Okay, today I'm gonna teach you how to learn anatomy on your own because fuck the government and with their art school and expensive college bill. Also, I hate everyone, so. In this video, I'm just gonna briefly talk about the muscle, the general things you need to do, and like the bones and stuff. So yeah, it's just simple explaining, you know. But I'm not sure it's gonna be like simple because I'm really bad at explaining stuff. But people keep requesting me doing these videos, so I just do it because I have no content, you know, idea. So let me brighten this shit a little bit. Too much. Okay, that's perfect. Yeah, enough bullshit. Let's go into the point. Why do you learn anatomy? That's your first question. Yes, that's the classic. Oh, you gotta ask yourself first before you decide to do something. Oh, why don't you ask yourself? Well, I think it's like best if you look at all the art that you created and, you know, ask yourself the question, oh, we don't want to spend a countless amount of time to improve this specific calorie or not. The fact that would you be able to be patient? Also, why do you fucking look so short in this? Whether you want to do it or not, and when you already answer yes to that, do not fucking be regret about it or like, oh my god, I shouldn't have do this. Maybe you should just give up because giving up isn't on the choice list. It's whether die or keep moving. If you see any sign of struggling in your art, it's probably a sign of like knowledge or fundamental lacking. So yeah. Maybe I'll look at the sign and like, you know, go on like saying, oh, it's cancer. Enough philosophy shit. Let's get into what people were requesting for. Which people, I mean 2 people. As you know, I already mentioned that I learned art from YouTubes and books. But here we're just gonna go in depth. It's not different when it's come to anatomy either. Today, finding a PDF file online has never been more easy and convenient. I mean, you don't even need to step a foot outside or socialize with people because you hate everyone and you emo as fuck. Also, you fucking broke. First book about anatomy that I've read and applied was Figure and Always Was from Loomis. It's a great book, and I think all art teaching book should be revisited like multiple times to look at the works of the artist even though you read it all. Second book I read is George Bridgman's Constructive Anatomy. Now I have to admit I am too impatient and too dumb to fully read all the text in the book because it's just too complicated. Like he lists out all the names of the muscles and I'm just not bothered to remember all that. I'm not reading all of that, like, you know. It wasn't him who wrote it, man. It was his student who collects all of the text and works from his lecture and combines it to a book. So for this book, I just look at the drawing and read some of the text while watching Proco. But I have to admit, no one is as good with structure as George Bridgman. This guy has so many ways to understand just one topic and totally a fucking master artist, man. For Proco, he's such a savior, man. Like, his teaching was interesting and easy to understand. Even gave out free assignment for broke bitches like me that can't afford his course, which I'm so not grateful, y'all. And the last person, which I learned from his book, Figure Drawing, Design, and Invention, in some of his video on Proco channel, that is, drum roll please, Michael Hampton. After doing all the exercises other artists have told me to do, I noticed my figure is a bit stiff and I'm looking like a beginner structure / naked robot than an actual natural looking matter. That's when Michael Hampton come to the rescue with his rhythm line, gesture, exercise, and his way of teaching how to create a natural looking solid form. Really go into detail how to take your naked robot to the next level. I went from a badly rendered PS1 looking ass graphic figure into a naked human. Yay! I feel like I'm doing an advertisement for these people or making them sound like a superhero. But you know, they are the art gods which I worship with no shame. Damn, this video is getting hella long. God bless the future me who have to edit the subtitle in for all this shit. Okay, first part. Anatomy of the arm. Okay, I'm not getting cancelled. We gotta turn on our X-ray vision to look at the bone. Look at that! Okay, what the fuck is that? Also, what the fuck is this? Do I have to copy all these details in my study? What is this? Yo, hold on, let me explain. Fuck remembering all these names. Fuck shading. Fuck these bony cracks. That's some kind of nasty. You don't need to do any of those at the beginning to learn anatomy, man. Let me simplify it for you. Let's take a look at this arm bone in Andrew Loomis' book. I still can't understand that. Me neither. Let's look at Progo. I understand that better, but it's not fully. Okay then, wait. Look at Bridgman book. Oh wow, that's simple. So, there are 3 bones. Ones that have the big end and connects to the upper arm bone, like a hinge. And the other end of that bone is small, so it is connected to the pinky. And the other one have a small end, connects to the upper arm bone. And the other end of that is big, so it connects to the thumb. Makes sense, right? When you go like this with your palm, they just twist, but doesn't change the order. Not like they switch places with each other when it comes to whether which one is connected to the thumb and which one is connected to the pinky. For anyone who is interested in the name, the big one is called the humerus, and the one that have the hinge that is connected to the pinky is called ulna. Yeah, well, it's called like that. And the one that connects to the thumb is called the radius. So how do you remember how these bone works, placement, and looks? You draw them out, man. Copy all the artist study, method of understanding and breakdown. Just need to briefly remember them by drawing 2 to 3 study of these bone. Break them circle down into boxes with planes. Okay, next, moving on to the muscle, which don't really have any. We are just going to talk about the simplified version first, and then we're going to go more into detail. This is just the simplified version that the artists have grouped together. I just copied this when I just first started. And you can see the deltoid kind of look like a seashell. Split into 3 parts. Next, we got the bicep. Bicep is like 1 and 2 muscle, that's why it's called a bicep. And tricep is actually 3 muscle, it's got covered by the other ones, that's why it's called a tricep. Or something else like that, I don't remember, I don't really fucking care, just know that this shit is called a tricep. And actually with the name, I'm pretty chill with this shit, like why do I need to remember the name to be able to draw this shit out, you know? There's no use to remember names. Unless you try to teach someone, but right now I'm teaching you. And I'm not remembering anything. I don't like the name of this one because it's very complicated. So I call it the middle boy. It's just in the middle between the tricep and the bicep. And here's the elbow. If someone is wondering, is your arm is just no bone sticking out whatsoever? This is actually just be covered by skin. It's not completely like covered by muscle. So that's why when you hit your elbow down the table, there's the bone. Next we have the twin. I don't like the name of these ones either. That's why I call them the twin because they always go together. And we have 2 twin. We have twin here of the upper arm, and we have 1 here of the forearm. And this twin always go down like this. If you remember this one, and you can remember this one too. And this one always go with the thumb, always on the thumb side, not gonna switch place, even if you twist your arm. Next is the forearm muscle, it's the flexor and the extensor. These 2 are really confusing. Even the professional artist like Andrew Loomis, I think he kind of fucked that up by like numberings and stuff. So I'm not gonna go into much detail about it. You just draw what you see. I don't think you need to remember all of these forearm, but they'll draw them out so you know how to basically indicate that the forearm has muscle. Next, we're gonna move into Andrew Loomis muscle breakdown. So we have the deltoid. We're gonna find all the deltoid. This is the deltoid. As you can see, as we change angle, they change shape. They turn into like a seashell,
into like a face down seashell or whatever. Use your imagination, man. Next up, we got the bicep. Here, the guy doesn't split it out like this one. He just grouped them together, but still, he got the crossed line over here. You draw how you see it, but why you need to know these things is simply just you learn the hard one first, so you'll be able to understand a simplified version of them. And here's the tricep. Tricep is kind of look like a funky Patrick. If you're asking what this thing is, it's actually the tendon. So like a Patrick with no arm in SpongeBob from behind. And from the side, kind of change shape a little bit. Next is number 4. There's this one called, you guys remember the name? It's the middle boy. Always in the middle. If you look, the inside of the arm, it's got a little bit lower. It got covered by the bicep and the tricep. From the outside is like in the middle, and from the inside it is still in the middle, but it moves down a little bit. Next we got the twin, and the first twin. Like you can see your arm have this swishy part that you can swish. That's the twin over there, and it's kind of bulged out like a little bit. Depends on your physics, of course. Sometimes you can see one but not the other one. There are 2 muscles together, but usually in simplified version people usually just group them together. Next we got the twin of the thumb. The big twin and the small twin is on the same direction. You can only see it from the front of the hand, not the palm. Palm have no twin, okay? Remember that. Palm have no twin. Next, we got the bone. So these are the elbow bone. As you can see, there's actually 2 bones sticking out. And next, we got little 1 and little 2. I don't know what's the name of these, but they're pretty easy to remember too because they are unique. Like, look more different than these other fucking flexor and extensor. Here, they lay in the inside of the arm, and on the side they kind of show on the side a little bit. And here we got the little 2. The little 2 is next to the elbow. Oops, look, even I missed it. Here, and the forearm shit. It's actually, I colored them all out, but then I realized that Angel Loomis is kind of confused when it comes to the flexor and extensor too. So we're just gonna choose a simplified version of just color it up blue.
Now stay with me here. Last part, I promise. This last step just gonna make everything look more put together, solid, have more flow, and in general, more natural looking. Besides thinking about the muscle and structure, you have to first create a gesture, rhythm line sketch for everything first. Draw with C and S's to create a natural, soft-looking flow, capturing the body movement, as well as showing the viewer and let them know the body parts is affected by the gravity or some type of force. Keeping things asymmetrical is a way to make your drawing more interesting to look at, less robotic and more correct. Using wrapping lines and T-overlaps to show the form and perspective, whether which part is on top and overlaying on the other part. Alright, and that's all done, my dudes. The main parts. I'm just only doing the arms for this part because I'm not sure if you guys will be able to understand what the fuck am I talking about or not. So if you want more, like me to cover more about this topic, comment down below. I hope you enjoyed the video. Better like it because it was a hassle to put in the subtitles, so it gave motivation for me to make more. But if you don't, I would still make more. Okay, bye.